Hello, this is Dr. Singh. My name is right over here, and we'll be looking on the left side. The table on the left side or the spreadsheet, the table that you see, and the one on the right hand side are basically the same, except the right hand side is sorted based upon the symbol right over here. Okay, so there's nothing new about it, but we are going to be paying attention to the table on the left side. Again, my name is Singh, and we're going to deal with the sector number 4 in this video that appears. Sector 4 appears in the blue area over here. I'll come back to this in a moment. But first of all, remember that this part over here, and I'm going to read, note each stock symbol is unique. That's the rule of the stock exchange. And the second one is that each company's symbol or the stock symbol, as it says over here, stock symbol right over here, is in the uppercase. You have to use capital letters. As you can see over here, they're all in capital letters. Okay, having said that, let's now move on to, and let me also mention again over here, the Pakistan Stock Exchange has 544 companies, and they are grouped into 36 groups. Each group is called as a sector, and there are 36 centers. So a company will belong to only one sector. Cannot overlap. Okay, that's how it is. That's a purpose. So let me try to work on, of course, let's look here first. Here we go. Now look on the the Word document on the left side. My name appears right over here. We are dealing with sector 4, which is right over here. And since we are dealing with sector 4, I'm going to scroll this guy up and we will talk about this blue section over here. That's now, if you look here on this side, this is a cement sector, and there are 21, basically means there are 21 companies in this sector or in this group. Group and sector is the same thing, okay? Well, for simplicity. Now, coming back to the left side, and sector 4 deals with the cement, the companies that are related with the cement. Some will make, some will provide, and things like that, the material. So, first of all, remember here, read and relax. If you're relaxed, you will be able to follow, understand much better. There's no need to panic. No need to panic because there's nothing is difficult in this world. Sometimes it takes time to absorb, or else you understand. And when you read the second time, you have a better understanding. When you read the third time, it is more clear, right? So, as I say always, that every person is intelligent, but genius is when you go over the same material again and again, you become genius in that field. So, you have to spend the time in anything that you want to do. No matter what you do, whether it's you're doing your job in the office or else even walking from your work to your home or driving your car, you know, you got to remember all those things. You have to focus on a lot of things. Okay, all right, you are doing it. I'm just reminding. Okay, let's back to this point over here. So I'll be reading over here. Sector 4 is cement, and there are some companies out of the 24 companies that are listed on the right hand side. They deal with manufacturing and selling of cement, production, sale of clinker, whatever the clinker means. I don't have to understand everything. Okay, so clinker is a word. That's it. There is something called as a clinker. That's fine with me. Ordinary Portland and sulfate resistant cement. Of course, you don't have to know again details what they do and all that stuff, but that's what they produce. And finally, there are companies that deal with the ordinary Portland, slag, and sulfate resistant cement. You're done, right? So don't worry too much about these complicated words. Just Remember, there were words. If you forget, that's fine. Come back to the video and then you will be good to go. So when you want to deal more with a particular thing, you basically spend more time. Okay. Having said that, this is what it deals with. It's, each company will do what they are doing. That all you have to know is what they do. That's the end of it. You don't have to know the internals of what the company does. So I'm going to move on. That's how the stock market works. I mean, you trust all the time, don't you trust? I mean, you go to the store to buy sugar, whether it's good or bad sugar, you just buy it, and then whatever happens, you know that story. You buy vegetables, you trust somebody else. So same way you trust these companies also. And I would suggest over here, this is my personal opinion, that the stock market is much safer. Did I say safer? Yes. The stock market is much safer than your own bank. Trust me, trust me, trust me. The stock market is much safer than your bank account. Okay? Things can go wrong with the bank. In America, let me spend few seconds on few minutes. Wow, few seconds is fine. In America, if you open an account and put $1 million, if the bank goes bankrupt, you can only get up to, I believe, 2,500, $2,500,000. So three-fourth, which means $750,000 will be lost. You will never be able to get it. But on the other hand, if you spend the same money in the stock market, there are, I will explain in a different video, that there are safeguards all over the place by the safeguards are placed by the PSX right over here. They monitor a lot of things. They look at, and if a company, if you have a cash in the stock, cash, I'm saying the cash, if the cash is in the stock market, that is put at a very safe place. Trust me. So your $1 million will be safer over there because their limit is much higher than that of the bank in the USA. So you can put up to $2.5 million. I believe it is safe, it's insured. And so you get $1 million back if the things go terrible, assuming that you have the money in cash. Okay, that's what I'm trying to explain. But let's not get too much into it because that will be a separate video. So it is very safe. Now, sometimes the companies mess up. That's a different story. If the companies mess up, there's nothing you can do, nothing I can do, and that's the end of it. But you should always consider the good companies. I will explain, or not explain, rather clarify in a different video what are the things you should be looking for. And if you buy good companies, sometimes we call them as a blue chip companies, you will be in good shape and things like that. Okay. So I'm going to ask you to read this. It's a reading part. You don't need any explanation. You should just know it. So let me kind of not say too many things. So you read, pause the video if you need time. So I'm quiet. Okay. So you pause the video, you have read the whole page. We have seen up to 11, the company 11, which is the Garibwal Cement Limited. Let's move on to the next page. You can watch, the remaining companies over here. Now, though no data available basically means, now remember I will mention over here preferred. This is the same company, and look at these two companies over here. It's the same company, okay? This is the basic company over here, and what they do is they create a separate share that'll be more clear as you move forward, called as a preferred share, which has a timeline. Don't worry about it. You will be good to go. And They have a timeline. Therefore, when it's over, there's no information available, things like that. That's what that basically means. Now, in this particular case, maybe the company no longer exists, or else they may have changed their name. Something happened. You can always assuming, well, since there's no data available, when we come to this particular company, CELP, I will make a separate video on it later on. I don't have to memorize what individual things do, but we'll throw some light on it, what it means. So don't worry. Try to go with the big companies. I will explain in a different video what those big companies are. Having said that, I believe you have read it. I'm trying to be quiet. And so you have read it. So we are done with this sector 4 for the time being. Well, we are done. But we will go over, time being basically means that we'll go over individual companies that you see over here in separate video. Okay. All right. With this, I'm going to stop this video and watch the video again and again if you have to. That's how you learn. And there's no need to panic. You got to spend time to learn. Okay. Sometime I will also mention, sometime maybe you want to involve your friend. The two of you can discuss with each other what is the meaning of this thing or that thing. That's how it goes. By discussing, you learn other person's opinion also, and they can clarify sometime more things to you, or you can explain it to them. All right, here we go. Stop recording.